Hello, teacher. Hello, classmates. My name is Roberto Ortiz, and I'm currently studying in the course Culture and Literature in English. And today I'm going to be analyzing and also I'm going to be creating an alternative ending to the poem I Do Not Love You Except Because I Love You by Pablo Neruda. Now, I'm going to be briefly discussing about what this poem is about. Now, this poem is about the author Pablo, who is deeply in love with a woman. Now, in this poem, Pablo expresses and demonstrates to us that this woman doesn't love him the same way that he loves her. And here comes the problems and the complications for Pablo. Uh, Pablo, in his consciousness, is constantly thinking to himself, you should forget her. You should try to hate her so that the pain can go away. But he quickly realizes that by forgetting her or by hating her is not gonna find the solution to the problem. This complications just gets worse because Pablo realizes that it's his love of his life and that can't merely just hate her. So he tries to question himself again. Why doesn't she love him the same way that he loves her? Constantly questions himself and is in constant pain. In this poem, we can clearly see that he describes his heart being in pain. Also, Pablo Neruda um, wants to demonstrate to us and wants to compare his heart and his emotions and feelings, just like the month January, because as we can clearly see and as we can clearly tell, January is cold and is filled with snow and wind, and he expresses himself and he shows himself that the cold winter outside is just like the inside of him. He's filled with cold, his heart is frozen because he can't have his love of his life. Um, at the end of the poem, Pablo expresses that if he can't have his love of his life, then he simply cannot live anymore, that he is going to die, he is going to pass away because his love of his life is not with him. Now, my alternative ending to this poem is that Pablo simply should look at the end of the tunnel for the light. Now, this means that Pablo should simply move on in his life. He should not suffer because when he is suffering, his health surely decreases a lot. Love hurts sometimes. Um, Sometimes love is full of happiness, and sometimes love is full of sadness. Sometimes love is up, and sometimes love can goes down. That is life. Life is full of obstacles, and we should be able to face these obstacles in a positive way, not in a negative way like he is interpreting in his poem. He is telling the reader that he is merely going to die because he doesn't have his love of his life. But we can determine that Pablo needs to support his love of his life. If Pablo loves her deeply, then he should support her decisions in life. If she decides that it is time to go with another person or start in another relationship, then he should merely just support her decisions and not suffer because it is going to be and it's going to cause severe damage to his health. He needs to demonstrate to her and love her, no matter for the better or for the worse. Thank you, teacher. Thank you, classmates. I hope you enjoyed this video.